I would like to ask something. You went to Bible school. Why did you go to Bible school?
Oh, that was a long story on its own. A long story. That's what I'm talking about. You being at that. Don't let life determine the course of your success. You try to create it. So when I get to 100 level, the way I was performing, even the day of the faculty was like, if I'm your dad, I'll just send you to US. Straight. Just go and specialize and. But then, when I sleep in the night, God is knocking at the door. And I left the university.
Oh wow!
Oh.
You think that was an error?
Me leaving. I went back. That's an error. I'll tell you how I went back to the university. So I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You can imagine how I started then.
Did you tell your parents that you pulled out from school?
In fact, that's the question I want to ask all the media.
Okay.
From different parts of the world, trying to achieve and do.
Welcome back to Narrative and Beyond with my Telani Kombi. I still have my
Welcome back to Narrative and Beyond. This is the second half, as I would like to put it. It's not football, but the second half of my conversation with Pete Adeboye. It's been a very, very interesting conversation. I'm sure that you're enjoying it. Ensure that you subscribe and like and share, this page with your friends and family. This is Narrative and Beyond. I remain Michael Adekombi. So we're going to continue from the question I was trying to ask before we ended the first part. And I was about to ask question about mental development, because I've heard him say things in that line before. That mental development, what is the impact of mental development, or what is the place of mental development in success?
That's a big question. I would say I'll borrow from the holy book that says, "The way a man thinketh, so he is." I love that quote so much. Initially, I was trained in Nigeria as an RN. Now, I'm licensed in US, I'm licensed in Canada, I'm licensed in UK. Now, I'm also pursuing...
What is RN?
RN is like basic science and nursing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Registered.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, registered nurse.
Yes. So I'm licensed in fact, let me use, I don't know how I got there anyway, because I just wanted to let's see what did they do here. But let's put it this way. I'm licensed in US, I'm licensed in Canada, UK. I'm also pursuing 2 countries that I wanted to finish this month.
Awesome.
So why am I saying this? I've seen that cognitive flexibility is something you will need, because as your mind develops most times, it shapes how you approach things. It shapes how you'll be an asset at the end of the day. Because now, why am I pushing this? In the process of having this my US license, I got an invitation last month from University of Iowa. But why I didn't honor that invitation, although they wanted me to do an interview first, why I didn't honor that interview when I got that email was because it's a neuroscience department. I want to focus more on interventional cardiology. Why am I bringing this to our discussion? Why I'm bringing this to our discussion is because the quality of yourself is the quality of your mind. I'll break this down. Your mind shapes how you approach life. Your mind shapes even the clothes you wear. Your mind shapes how you view things. And if you allow your mind to be limited, everything around you will be limited. There's one of my, his mentor asked me a question yesterday. Exactly, his mentee. And said, this boy is in, I think he was almost graduating university. He has some money, he wants to go and buy shares. The mentor now asked him yesterday, that what did I think? I said, no, that money should first invest it on himself. He's too young to be pursuing shares now. He is just a young boy of 21, 22. He should first develop, he is the assets that we need first. There are so many courses, there are so many trainings he can do. He should first use that money to invest in himself. Let him be an asset before pursuing assets or shares. So that's where I see how cognitive development shapes every sphere of your life. I I studied international public masters international public health in Liberty John Moore University. I won't say because I'm working with NHS and I'm getting my pay, I'll believe it's still developing the mind. And then when I was talking to you that I moved to rounding up my MBA, it looks like, what is this guy actually looking for? That's just being flexible cognitively and know things you need. What is demand for now? What did I need to put in place? Back as hand in hand, why am I pursuing this license from all these countries? I want to be able to work and lecture in those countries at will.
I see.
So I want to get both the license to work and also have an asset to lecture there when times demand. So let me put it that way. That's how I'm looking at. If you bring your mind to a place, there is something that looks like the impossibility to others will be a walkover for you.
Thank you. So how will you describe success? I've always believed that success is a journey, it's not a destination. So yeah. So how would you describe success?
That's a big word.
Yeah.
Depending on how everyone view it. I believe that success is when you look at your yesterday and you look at your today, you smile. I'm no longer where
I used to be.
That's
deep.
Because the gauge of the barometer of success is you against you.
Absolutely.
It's not you against anyone. And as soon as you know that the barometer of your region of your success is not you and one gentleman outside there, you know when you are lazy. You know when you are lacking behind. You will know when to reward yourself. There's time you look at yourself and smile and say, despite all this,
I've tried.
I tried.
Yeah.
So success when you look at your yesterday and you look at your day and you smile like I'm no longer where I used to be.
That's deep. So success, in essence, from what you have said, is when you are better off today than you were yesterday. So it means that you can see that you were making progress. There is progression in your movement. You are not static. So you are moving. That's deep. So in the world of today, where there's just so much happening on the internet, happening in our world, and all of that, there's so much pressure on young people. How can a young person stay focused? Because you said something in your definition of success. Success is you competing with you. You're not competing with anybody. The pressure on social media is people competing with with the fake lifestyles out there.
Yes.
How can young people focus and keep developing themselves and keep progressing, knowing fully well that they are competing against themselves?
Let me borrow this cyclism expert I used to teach on mental health, and ask him a question: how are you able to be in this field for long like this? And he said, I reduce distractions. I said, how do you reduce distraction? Well, reduce distraction is a big word. How do you reduce distraction? He said, did I know that this is the 7th year he has not been on social media? He has not been on Facebook for 7 years. He said, in fact, he came back last year just because he wanted to miss people's birthday. Now you can see that the young, in those days when we write jam, you do pencil shade, you come down, you do this, you do all those things. The young lad,
and then for people who didn't grow up in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, okay, jam
is university entrance exam.
Yeah, that just let you know how there's no media then, so you do your pencil. I just want to put it this way: the young lad in this generation is too distracted, and distraction saps a lot of your energy, especially your mental energy. It saps it so much. So how do you when you are getting distracted, a wise man knows that I'm getting distracted, I'm losing out. That's when you should reduce distraction. Number one. Number two, you will need a mentor. It may not be one-on-one coaching. You need someone you are observing, because I think the big mentorship is about observation. If I observe you and I read most of the books you have written, it's like I'm interacting with you, because through your books, I can read your mind. This is the way this person is thinking. This is how this person crossed this audio at this time. This is how this person concentrates his energy. This is how this person. So if I read the books you're reading and I observe things you do, you're mentoring me.
That's right.
Already. Even when I've not come and say, good morning, how do we do this? You already mentored me. And that's how wise men do. By the time they read your books, read your book, watch your life, when they come to the same situation, they weigh it together and say, hey, this person go like this, I can also do it. So a young lad can spend 10 hours on Facebook, but cannot spend 1 hour on his book or 1 hour to listen to. You're doing some very great business podcasts and business training. If you bring a young lad to listen to a business training for 5, 10, 15 minutes, it's already boring to him. This is what's going to better your life. But if there is a hit on social media, it's not boring for 10 hours.
You can be on TikTok for hours.
TikTok. The educated mind doesn't do that. They know when to play, they know when to be focused. That's what I see from that mental health. Why is most of our young lads getting depressed? Because he's looking at the social media, he's seeing someone who is in his age in code, but it's not your age in advantage and influence. He's buying this, achieving this. You look at him and say, oh, what have I done? He doesn't know that you're running your own pace, and the time you hit it, you can even be far ahead of that person you're looking at. But he said, oh, this person is 25, he achieved this. Like you say, and the fake achievement, if you ask him, how do you achieve this? He cannot narrate how you achieve it.
Thank you. So, how has your faith influenced your journey so far?
I think it's with spirit and perseverance, you can overcome any circumstance. Spirit and perseverance. I can't remember who said that word, but I know I heard that word somewhere. My faith has influenced my journey from the beginning. I don't even know how to put it. Let me start from Let me start like this. From even all the jobs I got, my faith has helped me to get there. All the jobs, the training, everything. For instance, let me place it this way. I'm a quality assurance officer. I travel all over the country, check facilities, do this and do that. It's when I'm enjoying that role and they've paid for my hotel for 1 month to go and train people, a whole month. That is when I was sleeping in the middle of the night. Then I heard that your time is over, you to move now. If my faith didn't come in, I would still be pursuing that role.
Because you were
I'm already enjoying it. Yes, so that's where I was sleeping in. Now, my faith pushed me that, no, that's not where you're supposed to stay.
So there's a God factor.
God factor in that matter, in this matter. When I was about to be trained echocardiogram, I'm already bonded with my... That is when God and say, there's a new job for you. Even though you walk through those circumstances. So because my boss would be like, I want to do this for you. And that is when you want to leave. It couldn't factor, because there are some things that looks like favor, but they will block your journey sometimes. So you need to know, this favor, does it align with my journey?
That would take me to a question. How do you know when it is time to leave a job? It is time to leave a phase of your life. How can someone know, when it is time for them to move on?
Now, I won't be very spiritual about it, so that because I want to very simple times that everyone can relate with. I think it's only with the talk show I worked for 5 years or 6 years. Most of the role I did before should be year two, 3. Now, how would I put it this way? Simply, there is a voice of life that speaks to you. The voice of life is telling you, you need to move now. In fact, sometimes when the thing looks like it's rosy, Another time you discover that you begin to lose interest in that thing. Things that you're very good at, you're just losing interest in the thing.
And you can't explain why.
You can't explain why you're just losing interest. It's becoming so laborious for you. Because not just the voice of life, your cognitive ability, your body is speaking something. You think the thing is transfusing from your mind into all your phases of your life. It's telling you this thing is getting so you're losing.
You're not finding
fulfillment in that thing anymore. It's telling you. Then another thing I want you to look at again is what we call pattern. What did I say? What do I mean by pattern? A man who can study pattern can predict the future. If you can accurately study trend of a thing, you can see when this thing is heading. I will use an example. I will use that example now. Now, I asked my ND a simple question. Why do you pay for 30 days hotel for me? Because I just want to go and train a set of people and cover a role. Said, no, we just want to brand you well and package you well. I said, why don't you just give me the money then? He said, no, we just want to brand you well, package you well, travel there. And I said, no, this is strange. And I called who was been doing the role before you. He was going to US that time. He now opened up to me and said, that's how the pattern is. If they pay for your hotel for 30 days, they've transferred you already to that location.
You are caged there.
You were caged there. It's not that they were giving you like.
I see.
So you just tell me that it has tried the company pay your hotel for 30 days. You stay there forever. So you need to make up your mind what you want to do. So and I went back and said, okay, no problem. I want to go, but give me the money and everything. I will find my way there. I will rent a house and do that. They said, no, we need to package you that way. So go back to pattern. Observe pattern. Then the business you're doing, you can be trending now, but look at it in the next 1, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. New innovation is coming. How do I balance this? That will be telling you need to
position yourself.
And position yourself. You need to move forward now. Normally, I won't go and I won't wake up one day and say I want to go an MBA. Or I look at it that now, if I want to be exporting healthcare services and healthcare equipment, I want to run a business. I need to be thoroughly equipped for it. Because that's the future of what I want.
You need to know the commercial side. How it works.
I don't have the knowledge of the commercial side of how it works. So if I have this MBA, it gives me, this is how these things work. This is how this is how you should invest. This one should not invest. So that's how I look at YouTube. So first, the voice of life, I put it as the voice of God can lead any man. Secondly, your instincts telling you. Thirdly, you're losing interest in the thing. Fourthly, you observe the patterns. The pattern, these things moving. Where will I be? Okay, you were in a job for 10 years. And now they're recruiting other people. And they're doing that job better than you do. It's telling you that you need to improve yourself now. Because it's telling you that your role is at stake in this place. You need to improve yourself now or you move forward. So that's another marker.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. That's a lot to chew on. Another question that came to mind is, how can young professionals move from where they are to where they want to be? You mentioned studying pattern, trend, and all of that. So you can see the trend of things, where they're going to head in the next 5 years. And you know that in terms of your skills, you are far from that. How can young professionals move from where they are to where they want to be?
First, I'll put the God factor first. Then I'll put every other thing to align with that. First, the God factor. Because I pray when you pray and you talk to God, something diffuses into you. You get the feedback. Move this way. Don't move this way. So, first, God factor should be established. Then secondly, what I want to talk about first. Secondly, I want to talk about be adaptable. So people are sticks to one thing.
They're not flexible.
This is the way. But then you should know that you're going from point A to B. But there are many routes that will take you from point A to B. If this is not going this way, can I try this other way? But some people are so fixed and say, this is the way I want to go. If I don't go this way, there's no any other way. That's another point. Another point I would say, seek feedback and act on it.
Maybe from your manager or your
From
mentor.
seek feedback. Some may be look like criticism. Seek feedback from your manager, from your mentor,
Even from your peers, from your
even from your peers, from your colleague. How am I doing this thing? I think there was a point I was triaging some patients sometimes, because we, as an emergency, you triage those patients as are coming from emergency. I was triaging sometimes. My manager came from the office and met me and said, "You're not like this before. Your triaging is too long." Then I started to say that. Normally, emotionally, you want to say, "I've been doing this," and I just kept it. Then I went back and see him and said, "You said my triage is taking a lot of time." And I said, "Go through what you triage." And I look at it and I said, "I've written almost a paragraph." No, I need you to just write 2 sentences. This person come with this and this and this. Is it accurate? Is it
presented with this one.
Present this and this,
Yeah.
and move him away. You have a lot of people waiting for you. That feedback shaped the whole thing. And I said, "Oh, you come with this." I've been reading it from book, but as soon as they said it, it shapes the whole thing. So seek feedback and act on it, not just from your colleague, from everyone, people that you know that they are out there for your good. They are knowledgeable more than you do. Seek feedback from them and act on it. Then this in this era now, try to see if what you're pursuing is not something AI can replace in a minute. So it's either you work with AI or work with something that AI cannot replace in a minute. Why I say work with AI is that there are so many courses now that you can do that will improve your job using AI. There's so many courses now
that can improve your efficiency.
Then, as you're doing that, think of how you develop yourself, that AI cannot replace your compass, cannot replace your asset. Be thinking of that adult. Because in few years, economic compass is going to change. Because we're having robotic guys now, they're doing surgery.
Yes.
So, if I wrote a mail to the theater some time ago, they gave me feedback. If they open a role now for people that want to be trained to manage that robot, I raise up my hand. Because if I am trained to be a part of people managing that robot, my role is indispensable, even if the robot is doing it. So look at those roles that you discover that is not easily replaced in an organization. You're working towards that role. Think.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's been an awesome conversation with you.
I'm learning from you.
It's been an awesome conversation with you this afternoon. I think maybe lastly, I would like to ask something, and that is, you went to Bible school. Why did you go to Bible school?
Oh, that was a long story on its own. A long story. I will call this short in righteousness. It's a long story. It's a long story. Let's put it this way. Like I said, the first dean of medical faculty, the first African dean of medical faculty of the school I attended was like a friend to my dad and things like that.
That's University of Jos.
Yes.
Okay. In Nigeria.
In Nigeria. So when I submitted in fact, when I did 100 level, that's what I'm talking about. You being at that. Don't let life determine the course of your success. You try to create it. So when I get to 100 level, I think 100 level, the way I was performing, even the dean of the faculty was like, "If I'm your dad, I will just send you to US straight. just go and specialize." But then, when I sleep tonight, God is knocking at the door. And I left the university.
Oh, wow.
Oh. That's why I used to tell people that I can mentor people that have problem when they have a call and they don't have to manage their education with the call. The call is to augment your education. It's not for you to pull out.
That's right.
Oh, I have a vision. I have a call. No. When it's time to pull out, God specifically speaks to you that
You will
leave
know.
that thing, you will know.
You know.
Don't just say, I have a call. Because why did I pull out then? Was because now the church the Lord said me to, we're just starting. And all of a sudden we have double gallery. We're full. And then the other two people who are the pioneers then, they felt like since I am the one that in quote knowledgeable, not knowledgeable than them, but in quote in Bible and things like that, they need me. And then as they're building the church, they're building offices for me. I said, this is your office, this is this is that. So I don't know what did I need to be going to university for? After all, I started the school of theology already. So I left school. That is why I said, listen to people who are ahead of you. There's a reverend.
Do you think that was an error?
Me leaving. I went back. That's an error. I will tell you how I went back to the university. So I have to tell you that.
Okay.
You can imagine how I started then. So all of a sudden, I think, not to a year, I met the reverend. Reverend, I've heard about you, what you're doing and everything. How is this university and everything?
Education.
I'm expecting you that you just finish, you be a doctor and do this, specialize and begin to do this and do that. And I said, no, I've left that. I'm already in full-time ministry. You look at me, you said what? I said, you said what? He sat me down, called me to his house. I think he prayed overnight. I said, come to my house. Sat me down for hours and began to teach me the real rudiment of life. This doesn't stop this. This is this. This is that. This is it. When he finished, then nobody tell me to go back.
Did you tell your parents that you pulled out from school?
In fact, that's the question I don't ask on the media.
Okay.
They didn't even know. They don't know that. But because I don't know how God helped me. Normally, I used to read for tests on the road to or exam, on the road to the exam. I can cram pages of books all together.
Okay.
So even when I am not really performing, I will just get someone book and say, don't worry, what did you write? I will read it. Because I love things like biochemistry, for the math, things like that. I can cram it on the road. And also I cram medical virology. And 1 hour to the
exam.
5 minutes to exam, when I suppose, because when you cram, you need to look at it again. The paper got missing. That's why I go indeed that course. So back to that. I went back to school. It's a long story. So I went back to school. Next time, over again, start my life. And it's a long story on its own.
Wow.
That's why I can mentor people like, I have a calling, I have this. But then the wisdom God gave me is to that I combine both the Bible school and my university, this thing. I was able to be doing the part-time, the Bible school, to maintain that balance. Then the church, then I'm not operating full-time anymore. I'm operating like part-time.
Okay.
So I know that Sunday I need to be there, Wednesday I need to be there. So it became part-time. Because the Reverend just told me, how old are you for you to leave university? How would you
abandon your life?
And abandon your life for what? And I said, he told me so many things. He told me so many things.
Thank you for
sharing.
And
that counsel alone, that's what we talk about, a mentor counsel. That counsel alone is what led me here.
In fact, the question I wanted to ask you next, and finally, as we wrap up this session, I guess, we'll still have another session, is what is the place of mentoring?
Mentoring, that's a big word.
In the life of
anyone
growing up, anyone, especially a young person.
I don't know, is it in London or where I said this word? Our discussion is impromptu, so sometimes I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
There are no great men in my own history, they are helped men. Anyone you see growing up like this, it meant someone who mentored him or helped him along the way. So, the role of mentorship is this. Most things in life will come to you. It may not be for everyone, but I discovered that most critical decision, important decision in your life will come to you when you have not mastered the subject yet. You've not mastered circumstance yet. You've not mastered situation yet. So, for instance, you choose who you marry. You've not been married before. You don't know what's going to happen. So now you need someone to mentor you, like, go this way, don't go this way. This person, this kind of person that will meet you. Like, but then you've not entered the marriage yet. The same way some things in life will come to you when you've not mastered the situation. That is when you now need a mentor who has gone ahead of you. In fact, you can compress someone 10 years experience in a book in 2 days. That person will tell you this way, this way, this way. And as soon as you begin to follow a mentor, you are not aiming to become like your mentor. You are planning to become who you need to be through the leverage of that mentor.
That's right.
You are not cloning. This is what some people do. You are not trying to clone your mentor. You want to leverage on that mentor experience to now be who you are meant to be.
And not to be them.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
So, mentor is like a bridge. To just come and say, don't waste your time on this. You don't have eternity in your hand. You have a limited time, limited resources.
For your purpose.
So, for your purpose. Mentor will compress that. It's supposed to take you 10 years and compress that and say, don't go this way, go this way. And they got you. When I was coming to the UK, US were calling, just come now, we need you now. I sat down and prayed. I met the mentor. We prayed together. He just said to me something. These people that need you now, the way I'm saying it, they won't need you immediately the way they need you. Where you're going needs you now. It looks like they're not in pressure like they need you now, and they're not fast that way. But I saw it prosper when you walk with them. And I saw the people that were saying, come now, come now. A policy was introduced. They come now, we'll not be able to sort it out. But imagine if I now wait for them, that means I will still be waiting for like 5 years.
I'm wasting time.
Or a role of a mentor tell you, this will be saying, come now, I've checked the whole thing. No, that's not
the place to go.
Go this way first. Now, we have a chat with them last week. So if I want to go to them now, I've not wasted time. I still have
even added more value. Yourself,
So that's the role of mentorship.
Awesome.
Mentorship is a bridge.
Awesome. Mentorship is a bridge. I'd like you to take that away, from this last conversation. It's been awesome. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation to be interviewed.
Thank you for having me in this awesome platform.
And I've asked so many questions that were not planned. Do you have the final, parting shot to for our viewers?
I believe in you. Don't look at now. Look at the legacy you will leave for tomorrow. The first person I met, he was working in UK for 20 years. He went to another country to start interventional cardiology. In fact, he was the first in that region.
Country
at that time. But let's put in that region, the first private person in that region. And before you know, you develop a lot of people, educate them. Because if you look at the pain of going through all this, should not be wasted. I should not allow people going through that, because he has to go through Germany, from Germany, come to UK, learn this and do that. It was like, if I can bring all this experience together
and transfer
to these people. So, as you go in life, think of the legacy you want to leave behind. That's a very important thing. Don't think of just this today performance. I want to be everywhere. I want everyone to know me. It's good, but what legacy am I leaving behind for people who are coming? So, and that legacy now, it may not be a monument of a skyscraper of maybe 150 skyscraper of that monument. The legacy may just be the minds you've developed, people you have helped along the way. In my life, I want to be a problem solver. So if I can bring a solution to these people, what they need, and this and that will help me along the way.
Wow, awesome. So, like they say, people may forget your name, but they will not forget the way you make them feel.
If you make them feel, they won't forget. If you want to add this to it, like the NGO, the lady was bringing, one of my coordinators was bringing me a lot of people. I said, no, that's not the way they run it. Come on, for people that had a gunshots in this crisis in the northern part of the people that had gunshots, they are in the hospital, they couldn't pay for their bill. People that don't go and bring me people that already have money and you are telling me this, but no, people that had the gunshots, they couldn't pay their bill, someone sleeping outside. These are the people that who needs the help. This is where the legacy is all about. It's not someone who is
already... So you run an NGO?
I run an NGO.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
what's the name of the NGO?
It's LE Foundation, but it means Elora Light Empowerment Foundation.
Oh, awesome. And it's still running?
It's still running.
In Nigeria?
In Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
In fact, I think we'll develop our social media. I am not social media person, but for now we'll start putting our things
on social media.
Instagram, but we start putting things on social media to
Awesome. I think we'll talk about it in our next conversation. Thank you so very much
I'm so grateful
for your time
for having
today.
me here.
To all viewers, thank you so much for staying tuned. And this is Narrative and Beyond. Make sure that you subscribe, you share, and you comment. You know, it's been an amazing time today on this platform. I remain Michael Adekombi, your host. Till next time, when I come to your screen, remain inspired. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
From different parts of the world, trying to achieve and be.
Welcome back to Narrative and Beyond with Michael Adekombi. I still have